me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Between the Arizona Cardinals and the Washington Redskins. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Throwing on second down. Haskins. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there. Good for a Redskin first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. On first down, it's Hunt. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And only able to muster a couple, down to about the 27.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Kareem Hunt, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Well, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And able to find Kirk complete. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Let's go, D.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He gets this one to Johnson. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Throwing now is Murray. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Hakeem Butler. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They do go for it. It's Murray. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Bryant's extra point up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The end result, 21 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 21. On first down, it's Haskins. And he whips that one incomplete there. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Third down, here's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score.
We got this.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson, and now it's second down. Play fake. Murray. Little bison, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Now Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10.
Mike, coming to you.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From midfield now, Haskins. And tight end Rhett Ellison with it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 30.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Haskins now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Hunt. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Hopkins' kick is good. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17 in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Murray now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack. So the opening drive of this third quarter, they're trying to set the tone for the second half.
And without a doubt, they did exactly that. I've known coaches who have said the first 5 minutes of each half are so important to do exactly what you said, which is set the tone. I've also heard coaches talk about the first 5 plays. Let's go out and be aggressive right off the top. That's exactly what they did.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
Let's go.
Christian Kirk. It's a gain of 10. And the Cardinals first down.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13. Murray with a 3rd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Redskins touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Charles, we've seen into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Murray. Underneath for Johnson. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. And now he'll tuck it and run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
That's good for 28 yards. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. Call it a pickup of 7, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
2 yards. Brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Bryant's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. They run again with Hunt. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Come get some. Come on,
They'll try and run for it. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Haskins will throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They run with Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Haskins to throw. That's into the hands of the tight end, Ellison. And they'll wind up getting this with all the way down inside the 20. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. Now Hunt. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go again. Check 52. Joker, 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 joker.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
All right, D, let's check 31.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. This is Hunt. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. 22 yards there, a 1st down. He'll look to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. And the connection not there. Incomplete. Just 14 seconds down to the final couple of plays here. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Cardinals.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Murray. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Out of bounds at the 19-yard line. A
4 receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. Murray, one final try. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
are going to be the ones you focus on, and that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Washington, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier.
If you were me, it didn't happen. Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to